Hi, Sagittarius-Capricorn. Welcome to your Timeless Energy Check-in reading. This will be a look into your current astrology influences. All right. I hope that this live finds you all well and in good spirits. And I thank you all so much for all the love, all the likes, all the comments, all the wonderful things that you guys bring to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Gabrielle, and again, you're tuned in here to Cusp of Roses, where I do astrology, tarot, and love message readings for all 12 cusp signs. So if you're not a cusp, you will get 4 readings here from me on this channel for your particular zodiac sign. I also do chakra tune-ins for the full and new moons, as well as spirit animal guidance for every zodiac season. If you're interested in that content, I do encourage you to subscribe here, as I try my very best to be very consistent with that on a month-to-month basis. Okay? You might catch me live here every day, so again, make sure you have that subscription button activated, turned on, clicked, and that you also have the bell notification turned on to all so that you don't miss out on one of my readings. All right, if you enjoy this reading, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and make sure you leave a comment down below letting me know what you resonated with if you're comfortable. All right, you can also just say this resonated, or I resonated, or I claim this reading. All right, if you do not want to go into detail, that's fine, but it definitely helps me out as a reader here on YouTube. So thank you for all of that in advance. We are using a new astrology deck here. This is the Heavenly Bodies Astrology Oracle. I am super excited to be using this deck. It is absolutely gorgeous energy, beautiful illustrations. So I hope you guys will enjoy this. So how this will work for my new people that might be tuning in, all right, we are going to do a quick pre-channel as I shuffle up this deck. I'm going to see what I can sense and what I can feel and pull from your energy, all right, before we get into the messages through the cards. And then I'm going to sound my singing bowl one time, which will clear and set the energy. You can pray along with me as I'll be doing a silent prayer for you all. You can also do whatever gratitude or grounding practice feels right and best for you in this moment. Once that sound travels and dissipates, we'll see what you guys have going on as far as your cosmic or astrology influences through this deck. I'll clarify that energy with some tarot, the Tizama Tarot to be exact, one of my favorite tarot decks. And then we will end on the Sacred Destiny Oracle so that we can see what might be the highest energetic outcome of the energy that presents itself. Be mindful that this is just a timeless and general reading, so whenever you find this is when it's truly meant for you, and only take what really resonates for you in your story. If it doesn't necessarily connect in this moment, doesn't mean it won't connect down the line or later on. So if this reading does repopulate on your news feed, make sure you check it out. All right, Sagicorns, let's get into your energy. Again, you do not have to be a Sagittarius-Capricorn cusp to resonate with this. You could have strong Sagittarius or Capricorn in your natal chart. But if you are a cusp, or if you wonder if you're a cusp, ooh, you got North Node and Earth. Maybe your North Node is in an Earth sign for this reading, for those of you that'll resonate. If you are wondering or curious if you're born on the cusp, you can check out that information in the description box below, okay? Quick little excerpt about this particular cusp of prophecy. And learn a little bit more. Yeah, there's also free natal chart links in the description box below for you to learn more about the 2 main natal charts that I find important for you to be aware of: your Vedic calculation and your tropical calculation. All right, Vedic being a bit more advanced than the tropical being the sun chart in my opinion, and Vedic being your moon energy chart. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into this. You got cards wanting to talk to you already. So what do I need to know prior to this reading for Sagittarius Capricorn energies, divine? What do I need to know prior to this reading for Sagittarius and Capricorn energies? I just heard get ready. Get ready. Okay, get ready. You might be in a preparation stage here, Sagittarians, or there may need to be a bit of a preparation phase or stage you set for yourself regarding something here. Get ready. What else do I need to know? What else do I need to know? With the North Node popping out, okay, you could be headed towards your North Node or steeping yourself a little deeper into your North Node energy, which is the energy you are in this lifetime ascending towards, okay, with your South Node being the energy that you previously incarnated under, okay? The energy you've come into this lifetime needing to learn lessons around, or lessons in that particular energy, okay? So again, natal chart links are below if you do not know those positionings, okay? What else? What else do I need to know for Sagittarius Capricorn prior to this reading? Constant, okay? Constant or consistent. This is something that you either need to be consistent with, or there is something that might be constantly happening in your energy, or something that's reoccurring for you. Okay? Right. Tell me more here. For Sagittarius Capricorn, I do get that there's this element of focus here, Sagittarius Capricorn, that you're going to need to tap into for this season or this time in your life right now. Focus on being consistent or constant with some particular action and or protection, or blocking certain things and certain energies out of your psyche or out of your vision. It's almost like there might be a lot of things coming your way, trying to distract you, things coming your way, trying to get you to pay attention to it when it's not necessarily anything to pay attention to, things that aren't necessarily meant to be a part of your path, screaming for your attention. Get ready. So this is either a preparation, like I said, with your North Node, whatever your North Node placement is, okay? It might require you to have a extreme discipline, or an extreme level of focus and concentration, okay? Whatever your life's purpose in this lifetime is, whatever you're going through right now is prepping you for that. So putting you in the position or pressing upon your spirit for you to get disciplined around something, for you to concentrate, for you to be consistent, for you to push through the noise, okay? Pushing through the noise. Anything else important for me to know here prior to Sagittarius and Capricorn's reading? Okay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started here. Again, I'm going to sound my singing bowl one time. Please feel free to pray along with me, or do whatever gratitude or grounding practice feels right and best for you in this moment. Here we go. All right. Thank you so much, Divine. What energies are here guiding, supporting, and influencing Sagittarius Capricorn in the now moment? Okay. You've got You've got Scorpio and Taurus. So this is, North Node is important because this is the current lunar node energies. And it'll be this way through the middle of the summer and or end of June, I believe. The North Node is currently in Taurus, Earth sign. That's what peaked out earlier, right? And the South Node is in Scorpio. Okay. And I feel as if, I'm trying to think, I believe in one calculation, it would be Gemini and Sagittarius right now. But I feel like the true energy right now with the lunar nodes is Taurus and Scorpio. Okay. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this Scorpio and Taurus energy. Scorpio coming in with a deep level of intensity, exposing energies below the surface in the subconscious, coming up for purging and renewing. Think Pluto energy. Okay. A lot of transformative energy there. Taurus being about trust, patience, and sensuality. Okay, North Nodes, where you're headed, learning how to trust your darker energy here, trust your intensity, trust what's being exposed, trust what's trying to release itself from you, what's trying to come up, right? And trust in some form of a renewal. And I feel like this patience is big too, because like I said earlier, with whatever your North Node purpose is here, Sagittarians, you will need to learn how to be consistent, be patient with your work, right? Understand that this is not an overnight thing for you. This, whatever this North Node or life purpose is, this is a journey, and being prepared for that, right? And ultimately, whatever this North Node energy will be for you, Sagittarians, it will bring you a lot of pleasure, okay? So tell me more about the Scorpio and Taurus energies here. What else might be guiding and influencing Sagittarians in the now moment? Mutable. Mutable signs here are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Okay. Mutable meaning very, very flexible, able to adapt very easily. Okay. Able to adapt very easily. I do feel like this is what the energy that you're practicing, or this is whatever situations you find yourself in the current moment, Sagittarians, is teaching you how to absorb, right? Mutable energy surrenders. It's about fluidity, and it's welcoming change, welcoming shifts, going with the flow, right? I think adaptability is the best word to connect with being mutable. It's understanding yourself so much to a level that no matter the environment you're in, you know how to move, you know how to navigate, so you don't get thrown off by things that come your way or things that shift suddenly or the twists and the turns, right? A lot of variables that are here. So that's the lesson here, is how to become mutable. Learning how to surrender to particular circumstances that are out of your control, Sagittarius-Capricorn, right? Learning the beauty and the masterful energy that comes with being fluid, yeah? And welcoming change. Palms open towards change. It's welcome, it's embraced, right? Because really, truly, change is the only constant in this particular realm we're in the 3D. It's the only constant. The one thing you can count on is that things will change. Things will shift. Things will never stay the same. Yeah? So it's really learning how to adapt that into your psyche somehow, some way here, okay? So what's the highest energy regarding Scorpio, Taurus, and this mutable dynamic for Sagittarius, Capricorn? Highest energy for Scorpio, Taurus, and this mutable energy with the bottom of the deck. Aquarius, interesting. Wow, a lot of zodiac signs here in your particular reading. So maybe some of you have strong Scorpio, Taurus, or Aquarius, or you have more mutable signs in your natal chart. For some of y'all, yeah, learning your natal chart is going to be super, super important here, okay? You have originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings with Aquarius. We are still in Aquarius season currently, all right? moving into Pisces very, very soon. So we're in that Aquarius-Pisces cusp. This just might be a very sensitive time for you as well here, Sagittarius. So there's a need to be mindful of that. I do feel like there's a lot of change happening in your environment right now, which is pushing you to learn how to be original. Not that you aren't Sagittarius, but really how to kind of spark things from nothing, right? Create things from nothing. All of this energy is present for you to move forward in some way. I just get a lot of movement forward, a lot of momentum. A lot of things may be happening quite quickly. Quite quickly. There's, again, your concentration, your focus, being able to stay on your feet or something's keeping you on your toes here. All right. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this Scorpio, Taurus, Mutable, and Aquarius energy for Sagittarius, Capricorns. What do they need to know about the energy dynamics of Scorpio, Taurus, Mutable energy, and Aquarius? Thank you so much. So what's being exposed and what's purging? You've got the Six of Wands. Yeah. Whatever intensity might be present in your energy and in your vibe right now, yeah, that's that Nine of Wands energy. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Wands. So this is definitely like a spiritual purge that's happening for you, Sagittarians, in this moment, whenever you find this. It might be very, very, very intense, almost very thick as well. But again, it's about your strength. It's about your discipline. It's about getting you to be a warrior in sense when it comes to something pertaining your life's purpose, connecting to your destiny here in this particular lifetime. Something that you're meant to conquer, okay? Tell me more about the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands for this Scorpio energy. Hi, loyal to Loren. Oh, welcome to the tribe, love. Fellow Sagittarius, how you doing? Sagittarius, you met a Capricorn man. Okay, interesting. So tell me more. Tell me more about how this connects here for my Sagittarians. The Tower. Wow. The Tower. Now, don't get too afraid. The Tower is an awakening. It's stepping into a new awareness. This is the purging part of that Scorpio energy. Energies, places, spaces, peoples, things that you were connected to, attached to, or had some form of bond with, right? From the past, right? It's very Scorpionic energy. This is Pluto as a planet for me, as a reader, are now transforming, are now crumbling, are now coming apart so new things can come together. So it does feel like there was some sort of a major shakeup or a major shift and change in your life recently, Sagittarians, but you will have a sense of victory around this shift. I don't get that this Tower is like a oh woe is me type of energy with the Tower, or why is this happening? I feel like this Tower came right at the right time, at the right moment. Okay, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. This Tower came to unblock your path in some way or to get you to move forward. That's what I was channeling and feeling. Movement forward. It's like things are finally picking up speed a little bit here now that this Tower is present. Tell me more about the energy dynamic between Scorpio and Taurus for Sagittarius. Tell me more about this trust, patience, stability, and the energy in between. Yikes. Yeah, you got the Three of Swords. So that could be a part of what this Tower was about. And you have the Five of Pentacles, which is a Taurus energy. Wow. Some of you definitely have strong Taurus and or Scorpio in your natal chart. all right? Or this is just the influence that the current lunar nodes have on your energy right now, Sagittarius. Page of Cups. Which would say that even though there might have been something that, yeah, maybe did hurt, okay, I really feel like whatever this hurt was, I think this is a part of the Tower, okay? So what might be coming apart is whatever mental attachment you maybe had to past hurt and past pains. You see kind of how this is like a rain cloud here? Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that clearly, but there's rain coming down from this cloud. It's like, that's what I feel you guys are coming out from under, okay? Understanding, gaining a new sense of compassion here, Page of Cups. Learning a lot about your own emotional capabilities, your own capacity for love with the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, right? Studying the elements of water, of surrender, of fluidity, of welcoming change. It's like keeping your heart open even though it's maybe been through a lot recently, okay? But trust and patience and sensuality. It's like trusting that this cloud will pass over you. It will find its way out, right? Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more about this Taurus energy with the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Yeah. Two of Wands just flipped out in reverse here. So this is what was stopping you from choosing a new path or moving forward, okay? Yeah, causing maybe a lot of anxiety here, a lot of worry, because I do feel like part of you wanted to either hold on to whatever this tower was, or it's just kind of like, okay, I accept that the towers happen, I just don't know how to move forward or what to do now. And all you need to do right now in this moment, Sagittarius, is surrender. And just be open to the changes that are happening and welcome them, right? Because it's happening for a reason and for a purpose. And again, I think it's centered around your North Node energy. You do have the Ten of Wands. So to go from the Nine of Wands to the Ten of Wands, and then you got the Eight of Cups, I was feeling that, right? Like that this is you completing a cycle of finally walking away from something, right? Finally letting go of some worry, some overthinking, trying to figure out where you went wrong is what I just heard. And I really feel like for some of you, that Nine of Swords energy, trying to figure out where you went wrong, maybe even blaming yourself for certain things that happen, you might not be the blame for it. You might be taking on blame where you don't need to here, my Sagittarians. Okay? Holding yourself back a little bit where you don't need to. And I think that's beautiful here to have the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups is a point of no return emotionally. It's not going backwards. It's only moving forwards towards your Nine of Cups and your Ten of Cups. So with the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Cups, it's saying there's something in your energy, and I do feel like it's centered around betrayal or heartbreak or disappointment here, that you've got to be willing to surrender and let go of so that it can change. If you're not seeing shifts, if you're not seeing movement, right? If it feels like things are stuck and stagnant for some of you guys and you're trying to figure out why don't I have a clear path forward? Two of Wands, right? It's because you're still holding on to this Three of Swords. For some of you, not all of you, okay? And I think what this could even be with the Swords energy, it's lacking a little bit of perspective around why this tower had to happen. Again, with the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands, it was probably the best thing that could have happened for you, Sagittarius, that this tower showed up, even though it is a bit of a rough energy to go through. Trust, patience, and sensuality with Two of Wands in reverse is saying that you have to trust. And yeah, this might be a tall order, okay? And I'm not necessarily telling you what you have to do. I'm just telling you what the energy is telling me. is that there's this need to trust in the unknown. Trust in what you can't necessarily see yet. Trust that all of these changes and shifts in these towers or whatever this might be for you Sagittarians is happening for a reason, for a purpose. Keep your heart open towards that purpose. And for those of you in the Nine of Swords, you're absolutely beating yourself up over things that were out of your control, that you do not need to be hard on yourself about. And again, with this Aquarius energy about progressive imaginings, it's like, imagine, yeah. There is this movement that will be happening for you soon. There is this progression that's happening, but it's going to take you to move on mentally. Yeah, some of you mentally are still on this Three of Swords, and that's why it's hard to see a clear path forward. It's hard to get in alignment with your North Node because you're still connected or dealing with or facing your South Node energies. Meaning your karmic lessons, your karmic debt in this life. Okay? So that Eight of Cups is saying detach, 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 detach here. Let it go. Okay? And again, I can sit here and say that so easily, but in practice, it might be a lot more difficult, all right? And then that's why you have the Hermit. So surrender and fluidity and welcoming change. This is where I feel like you're headed, this Virgo energy, spending some time alone, going on your own inner journey to really figure out this Three of Swords, really come from under that rain cloud. Really gain a healthy perspective around how this tower was the best thing that could have happened, was the highest good for all of those involved in it, right? And to figure out how to get this Two of Wands upright, okay? Some of you with this Five of Pentacles, it's like this kind of feeling of being left out in the cold, feeling of almost being forgotten or overlooked in some way. It's like maybe even finding it a little difficult to, again, trust your path forward or envision a path forward, progressive imaginings. But I do feel like the more time you spend alone here, Sagittarians, the more you allow yourself to get in tune with your higher self, to listen in to your own intuition, to your own spiritual nature, the more progressive your imaginings will be, right? The more you'll be able to come out from under that rain cloud. The more you'll be able to sort through, pull these swords out of that heart, clean them off, get into that Four of Swords energy where you're at peace with the truth of what happened in this tower. Because I really do feel like part of you guys, there is this layer of denial around the tower, or this layer of resistance to it. And it's like, it's already happened, but it's almost kind of like whatever happened in this tower might have been a bit surreal. Like it almost felt like maybe like an outer body experience for some of y'all. Like, I can't believe that just happened. Like, was that really real? So Knight of Pentacles, it's like you're not moving forward because you're still trying to figure out why this tower happened for some of y'all, okay? And again, with the Hermit card, for me as a reader, connects to that star energy, the star card energy, which is Aquarius energy, because it's the star that's in the lantern that guides the Hermit through their dark night of the soul, through their solo journey, through their solitude. Yeah, tell me more about the energy between the Mutable and Aquarius for Sagittarius. Tell me more about, thank you. Yeah. Lessons learned, Six of Pentacles. Exactly. That is a beautiful, beautiful sign of that mutable energy, right? What you give is what you receive. The art of giving and receiving. Being in a position, which I do love though, because for some of y'all with this Five of Pentacles, where you maybe feel a bit left out in the cold, that's not going to last for long. The more you step into this Page of Cups energy and learn how to just trust yourself, trust your emotions a little bit more, be patient with your healing process for some of you guys. Really get into the nitty-gritty around this Three of Swords and this Nine of Swords. It's gonna, yeah, it's gonna point you towards this, or push you into the Six of Pentacles energy, where you'll find again that Six of Wands, or the reasoning behind this Tower, and feel almost grateful for it. And I know that might sound like a far-fetched now, but it's like really understanding that this was a lesson that needed to be learned for your soul. Yeah. This was something that balanced the scales for you. Again, Scorpio and Taurus, opposites of one another. 7th house partners. Right? Scorpio being the shadow to the Taurus energy, Taurus being the shadow to the Scorpio energy, in the same way, both being the light to one another. There's something about balance here. Something had to be balanced out, or this situation, this Tower happened because there was a lot of imbalance, where I feel like, Sagittarius, you were taking on a lot more work, or a lot more energy, or a lot more responsibility in this particular situation than you needed to. Some of you, this could absolutely be in career, where you're maybe in a position that asks a lot of you, that puts a lot on your plate, where you wear multiple different hats, right? And maybe, again, with the Ten of Wands, it's to say you're not necessarily compensated for it, or you're spread a little thin. Not even a little, it's quite thin. Some of you, there's this mindset that that's the only way to gain some sort of financial footing. It's the only way to be able to pay your bills, take care of yourself, is by like aligning with stressful jobs, or taking on more than you're needing to, or that's necessary for you. Almost like a difficulty saying no, Sagittarius. Because I think there is this deep belief in yourself that you have that's very unique to your energy dynamic. You know your work ethic, you know what you can do, you know what you can produce, right? You know you're capable of a lot of great and wonderful things. You know you can handle a lot more than the average person. And I think that shows up in multiple areas of your life. But taking on all of that, or being in that energy in so many areas of your life, is what causes this worry, this sense of heartbreak, or there is some layer of expectation from all the work that you do that doesn't seem to be getting met. Like, I'm putting in all this extra work, I'm doing all these extra things, and it's like I'm not necessarily, I still feel like I'm left out in the cold. I still feel like I'm underpaid. Some of you, this could definitely be career. I still feel like I give my heart to situations and there's no growth. There's no movement forward. And that leads you to this feeling of betrayal, this feeling of disappointment, this feeling of stress and anxiety and worry. For some of you, it's as simple as finding a little bit more separation between you and your work, like having a bit more of a work-life balance. Maybe that's the balance energy for you to focus on right now. Not allowing work to be your life, understanding that work is a means to a way, that there's so much life to live outside of your 9 to 5 or whatever you do for work. It's like making sure you're taking care of you, making sure you're replenishing yourself, making sure you're spending time tuning into your wants and needs and not the wants and needs of everybody else. 8 of Cups, but there's something fulfilling about meeting these needs for other people, Sagittarius. I think it gives you a sense of accomplishment. It's maybe how you've learned to gain recognition. But I do feel like there is a bit of a burnout energy here, where you need some solitude. You need some time to recharge yourself in order to really see some growth, or in order to really understand that you are in a position to ask for more. For some of you, this is absolutely a job where I do feel like you are going to get an opportunity, or you might feel inspired to ask for a raise, to ask for more money based on all the work that you do solo. For some of you, it's like you handle all this on your own. And I feel like the perspective and or it's something about the pay. Maybe the pay doesn't match the work you do. And it's like, if you're going to stress yourself out here over work, you know what I mean, Sagittarians, then you might as well be getting heavily compensated for it. It's almost like whatever this is, they don't pay you enough to stress as much as you do. And so maybe even, let's just say this isn't a situation or a position where you want to grow, or there's maybe no growth on this path. Maybe that's why it's the Two of Wands. There's no higher level you could reach at this. It's like maybe this is just you learning to not take your work home with you. To really have healthy boundaries. That's what the lesson of the Ten of Wands is. Having healthy boundaries. Learning how to say no. Past work hours, I'll handle that tomorrow, the next day, the next business day. Like really shutting it off. Okay? Because I feel like what you're used to is people almost like taking advantage of your work ethic. Oh, we know Sagittarius-Capricorn will get it done. We know that they'll do it right, so we're just going to keep putting it on their plate. And it's like, it's time to say no to that type of thing. It's time to, again, release whatever emotional attachment or whatever feeling of emotional fulfillment or illusion of emotional fulfillment that you get from that. And understand that it's doing more harm than good, especially if you're underpaid. Five of Pentacles. Especially if this is a situation where you're left wanting more, or again, your needs aren't fully met. It's like some of you are going to get an opportunity to ask for your needs to be met, ask for some sort of raise that will be an equal compensation to the work that you put in. If this is just a mode that you want to be in. If it's like, I don't mind doing the work, I just want to get paid for it, right? I want to get paid equally for it, or that's not the word I want to use. I hope you guys know what I mean, right? It's like I want the work and the pay to match, period. Or for some of you guys, it's just learning how to find a deeper work-life balance. So really not looking to your career or your job or your work to give you some sense of fulfillment, or to put all your eggs in that basket for what you need to draw your worth from, right? Your worth comes from source energy. That's it. You are worthy because you sit here and you breathe and you live, right? Not necessarily about what you do or what you give to others. Well, even then, you know what I mean? I do feel like the Tower could be, again, a mental shift here for you, Sagittarians, where you're starting to see certain patterns that you maybe have, certain habits that you have, certain boundaries that you lack, okay? And starting to do the work and shifting into that energy of putting those boundaries in place, knowing your worth, which I do feel like will progress you and move you forward in a way that you've been trying to, but doing the same thing and getting the same results, right? So with the Aquarian energy, it's time to think outside of the box when it comes to this situation. It's time to do something a little bit different. Detaching from the old path of, I'll take it all on, I'll say yes to everything just to try to prove your worth or prove that you can do it. It's like you have nothing to prove here, Sagittarians. I think that's just what I want to say. You have nothing to prove, my loves. Nothing at all. Yeah. Come on now. Come on now, y'all. Look at that. The exact cusp energy that we are in currently while I am streaming this. The star Aquarius, the hangman of Pisces. You have nothing to prove. That's the new perspective you need. You are the star, Sagittarians. Right? You are the star. You have nothing to prove. especially with the Six of Wands being the first card out. I think you're going to start getting recognized and recognition for all the work that you do, or for your work ethic in some way, shape, or form. That's going to help cement this new perspective of, I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to prove my worth to nobody. All I have to do is feel that worthiness as deep in my soul as possible. And all else will fall into place. Okay? Where do I want to put this? All right, let me shift this over just a wee bit. So tell me more about this Aquarius energy with the bottom of the deck. Thank you so much, Divine, for Sagittarius-Capricorn. What do they need to know about this Aquarius energy with the bottom of the deck? Yeah, you got the Four of Cups that wanted to come out, right? Progressive imaginings, originality, philanthropy. For some of you, there's absolutely an opportunity beyond where you're at, or something that will be coming in for you that you have to be in alignment or in tune enough in your emotional body to receive and be open to. Got the Moon. Yeah. I do feel like this new opportunity is hidden from you now because you are deep in this Three of Swords for some of you guys, or you're still trying to figure out this Star and Hangman energy, still trying to gain the new perspective. And I think once it finally clicks, because again, Knight of Pentacles and the Hangman are similar energies. They're both pauses, halts, stop, stand still for a moment, flip it on its head, look at it from a different point of view, right? I do feel like this upcoming Aquarius Pisces moon, I want to say that's happening. I think it's on the 20th of February. For those of you watching this in real time, I think this is going to be where a lot is revealed to you. A lot is exposed. A lot may purge from you under this new moon. And through that purging, you'll again gain some clarity around the path forward, or what you need to do, or what you need to start manifesting, and or intentions that you might need to set around this particular situation, so that you gain your justice almost with the scales here in the Six of Pentacles. It's like getting what you're due, or getting what you're owed, or again, finding the courage to really ask for that. Okay? And or if you feel like there's no growth in a particular situation, really flipping it on its head to really see what you need to learn so that you don't find yourself in this situation again. Understanding that, again, I think that's just the big thing. You don't have anything to prove, Sagittarians. You don't have to say yes to everything to prove that you can work really hard. You can do that in other ways. I think what's most important here is that you do, again, learn how to set boundaries and learn when you are overloading yourself. And I think all of this happens from a space of, again, trying to prove your worth. So really working on that understanding that you are already worthy, how you are. And that's going to take some deep subconscious work here with the moon. It's going to take you to kind of go into a little bit of a shadow, like I said, with the Hermit. But when you come out of that, I think you're going to come out so much stronger, so much clearer, and a lot more fluid in your energy. Okay? So whatever changes that in your spirit and your soul and your psyche and your higher self that's telling you you need to make, you need to shift your perspective, Sagittarius. You need to look at this a different way. You need to start saying no more. You know what I mean? Get comfortable with the word no. I really feel like that's a big one for some of y'all, because by not saying no, you set yourself up to stay in this Three of Swords. When people know that you won't say no, they'll ask you to do things that are, you know, overload and stress you out, where that's not necessarily your role to do. It's not, it just becomes unfair, right? But you got to stand up for yourself here. You have to put yourself in the position to say, no, 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 no. I know exactly my role. I know what I need to be doing. I always like to say with the 10 of Wands, it's ideal to get down to the 7. So release 3 things, these 3 swords, whatever that might be, right? So that you're at that 7 of Wands where you have a bit of a protective barrier around you. You have everything that you can maintain. Anything above that, right, can be a bit overwhelming or can start exhausting you. So just pay attention to where you feel exhausted. Pay attention to where you feel drained. And just, again, I can't say it enough, set up healthy boundaries here, because that's what's going to help you get into this progressive imaginings, get you to be able to see beyond your current situation and turn this 2 of Wands right side up, okay? So tell me more. Hi, Aurora. I love that. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Thank you for being here, love. Oi. Yeah. I didn't even have to ask it. Spirit was like, yeah, let's just get straight into it. Change. Scorpio, death energy, Pluto, transformation, ultimately is the major theme here for you in this reading, okay? Tell me more about the highest energetic outcome, or what's destined to be the outcome for Sagittarians dealing with this energy. Whoa. Action. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, so I really do feel like as you go through this change, it's important to sit still, right? It's important to allow yourself to be in this hangman until you get it, until you're enlightened, until it clicks. And what will click is the action you need to take forward. Like I said, moving this 2 of Wands upright. Now you'll have a clear path around, okay, I know what I want to manifest. I know where I want to go next. I know what's right for me. I know what's in alignment for me, star card energy, and I know what's not, right? Tell me more. Thank you. Purification, and that hit my sound bowl. That's almost like a double message of cleansing. This is a purification process for you. Some of you absolutely want to work through your solar plexus right now. Make sure that you are healing that energy center with the sunflower here. Because I feel like it's something that might be a little dented or a little too open in that energy center. Okay? Or slowing down or attached to that energy center, that gets you to overwork yourself, overexert your will, or overuse your energy for the sake of others. Which is a beautiful thing, right? To want to help others, to want to be of service to others. But you have to make sure that you are filling your cup first, right? And that's where the Hermit energy comes in. That's the time where I think Sagittarians gets to really fill their cup, gets to really step a little deeper into themselves. And I do feel like whatever you maybe do for work, for some of you guys, it's like it doesn't allow you that access to your authentic self easily. Like there might be a lot of office politics or, you know, situations where you kind of have to play nice, or you got to really, you know what I mean, kind of work your magic. Maybe some of you are in sales, so you have to present a certain energy to get your work done. But I really do feel like there is this purification process that's here that will be happening for you very soon. Again, like I said, to get you from out under this rain cloud, to get you out of this 9 of Swords energy, and to get you moving again, get you in an action-oriented vibration. Moon card showing up as yin energy. So tell me more here about what might be destined here. Yeah. And this is all a part of you gaining wisdom here, my Sagittarians. You have a lot of deep internal wisdom for sure, especially with your Sagittarius-Capricorn dynamic. Wisdom, I mean, ancient wisdom, deep, deep intrinsic knowledge is so embedded in your soul print right now. The Hermit energy is how you unlock that, okay? Getting into more solitude a little bit. Excuse me. Hold on one second, y'all. Some of you, it's the throat chakra. Whew. Maybe you talk a lot for work and it's like there's a need to rest your throat chakra. Spend some moments in silence. because I think maybe even through the silence is where you'll gain a lot of wisdom. The Hermit and the Hangman is heavy, heavy enlightenment energy, to be honest with you. So this is a period of enlightenment that you are under right now. Tell me more. Tell me more here. Woo. Happiness. Yes, I love that. I love that for you. And community, yeah. Absolutely. I really do feel like whatever position you're in right now, my Sagittarians, it does demand a lot from you. You're either a part of a demanding community, which tells me, like, again, work environment. Very, very demanding work environment where you're maybe, I think you're just overloaded or overwhelmed, or there's just a lot of nuances to the work that you do that requires a lot of your energy, a lot of your time, and a lot of your attention. And it's like hard to turn that off sometimes. Yeah. Give me one more here for my Sagittarians and their destined outcome for those connected to this energy and dealing with this situation. One more message here. Highest energetic outcome for my Sagittarians. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, can't say it enough. Transformation. All right. All for your greater good in this moment. And the bottom of the deck is simplicity. That's what I mean. It's almost like here, Sagittarians, it's so important for you all to look for how to make things simple. This would almost be like you're in a position where people do things ass backwards. I mean, the most difficult, complicated route that's available is the route that everybody takes. And you might be in a position here to be like, all right, how do we simplify this? How do we streamline this? How do we make this more of a consistent thing, right? How do we make this easy for everybody involved? And mainly, I feel like, Sagittarians, for those of you that might resonate that, it starts with you. You set things in place to make your role in this job, in this company, and whatever this organization is in this work, simple. And when people start to see, oh, wow, it's just simple as 1, 2, 3, and then everything gets done, it's like, I think you'll have more leeway, more say, more ability to shift the energy or to help others in that way. So you kind of satisfy that service itch that you have here. Okay? Keep it simple here, Sagittarius. Simple, simple, simple. All right? Definitely a need to lighten your load. Whatever you're overloading yourself with work, say no more. It's okay. You're not going to lose your finances. You're not going to be left out in the cold. Because I think that's maybe even what is keeping you in the Five of Pentacles. Being afraid to say no. With your happiness, it's like you'll sacrifice your happiness for the sake of this community. And it's like that's what's keeping you back and stuck and stagnant a little bit. That's what's keeping you from seeing your path forward. You keep sacrificing your path forward for this community or for this company or for this organization or whatever this is, when it's like how you truly lead in the community or how you really progress this community forward, right? Progressive imaginings is by you transforming, you shifting into delegating a little bit more. You know what I mean? People try to throw things on your plate that you know you're not supposed to be doing or you know that they need to do. No, that's for you to do. That's your role. You know what I mean? That's not in my job description. Like maybe even, I don't know why I'm getting a lot of work energy for y'all, but it's like maybe even print off your job description and be like, nope, you see this right here? None of that you're asking me to do is listed here. It's above my pay grade, babe. Push it out. That's what for you to do. It's like you kind of got to stand in that and not fear being let go because of it. It's like I feel like you're almost a little nervous to stand on it or stand on what you know is right or say no because you just don't want to rock the boat a little bit too much. Maybe this is like a new work environment for you, but it's not making you happy. So then how much of service or how are you going to be able to serve the role if you're not happy? Then you're setting yourself up to be miserable, right? And I think you have a lot more agency and a lot more control around the things that can change or in this particular role to purify, simplify, right? Like I said, People, I feel like the people around you in this community look for the hardest way to do something, and then like don't even consider simple or easier solutions. Just what's the hardest way to do it? Let's do that. And I really do feel like that's where you're meant to be in this. This is why you're in this situation, to be a catalyst for change, to take action, to help simplify, purify something, to apply the wisdom that you have. So your skill set, what you know you are good at, step into that a little bit more here. And ultimately, I think that's going to lead you to a bit more happiness in this role, in this situation, in this environment. Might also lead to a more harmonious community energy, but ultimately it's the transformation that the divine is looking for in you to progress you forward towards your north node. So if you remain in that 10 of Wands energy of not really knowing how to say no, always kind of trying to people please a little bit because you just know you can do it. It's like, I mean, I can do it. It only takes 5 minutes. Well, if it only takes 5 minutes for you, it should only take 5 minutes for the person asking you to do it. Especially if it's something that's, again, not in your job description, not what you get paid to do. Okay? Stand on that. And that's going to shift so much around you because, again, I really want you to absorb, whoever this is, Sagittarius, I really want you to absorb this. You are so valuable. You are so good at whatever you do, whatever this is. You're the star. You are the star in this situation. If we were still getting gold stars, you would have 100 of them things. You understand that you're really, really good at what you do. You bring a lot of skill set. You bring a lot of know-how. You bring a lot of wisdom that will benefit this space that you're a part of, this community that you're tethered to or that you're in. And it will be a catalyst for progression. So where they've been spinning on the hamster wheel, it's almost like Sagittarius, you're here to get them off that wheel and get them into a new direction. But it's forcing you, Sagittarius, to face your own shadow, which is that people-pleasing energy, which is that sense of a bit of workaholic vibes here, okay? Because you do gain a lot of pleasure from work, from completing projects, from seeing things done, for checking things off your list, right? It's like it does give you some sort of fulfillment, but there's a temperance to this, Sagittarius energy. There's a balance, okay? There's a balance. Don't work yourself into the ground. Especially if honey, I'm telling y'all, if it's above your pay grade, that's why you got to keep your job description. Keep it on hand. Run through that thing. Oh, you're asking me to do this, but yet this is what I'm here to do. I don't see that on this list, so I'm going to have to go with a no. I don't need to be involved in that. I don't need to do that. Or it's above my pay grade. You want me to do it? Cough up the cheddar. You understand what I'm saying? It's like some of y'all got to get into that vibe a little bit and stand on that. What you know, you're skilled at what you do. You deserve to ask for more if you're not getting your needs met, or if you're paid below the market rate or the market value for your role. Like, get into maybe a little bit of research around that too, Sagittarius. There's something there, okay? But literally, I really do feel like this is like a learning lesson for you on how you are able to affect your environment, right? This is an opportunity for you. You might hear me say this on my channel. This is an opportunity for you to be the thermostat and not the thermometer. Okay, you set the tone. If you want it to be simple, that's the tone you set. You turn that down. You know what? We're going to do this the simple and most efficient way possible. And that'll change and shift everything, but you stand on that, all right? Sagittarius, this has been your timeless energy check-in reading. I hope you found this helpful and insightful, maybe filled with some confirmation around maybe what you were already sensing in your energy and your vibe, or hopefully this is giving you a glimpse in what's to come. Let me know what resonated from this reading for you in the comments down below. Again, I love to hear from y'all. I have so much fun in the comments with you all. I thank you to everybody who has been comfortable enough to share their story or even just say, hey, this resonated with me. And even if none of this did at the moment, this might resonate a little down the line for you, okay, Sagittarians. But at least if you tuned in, leave a comment with your month, right? So December, whatever day of the cusp you are on, okay? If you are a cuspy, or even if you're not, let me know how this reading resonated for you. I'd love to hear that. All right, make sure you sign and subscribe here, okay? Make sure you check out the description box below for how to connect with me if you're interested in personal readings. All right, I have different offerings there, all on my website, cuspofroses.com. Make sure you follow me on social media on Instagram at Cusp of Roses. And make sure you guys have that bell notification turned on so you're notified when I'm live, because I love to see you guys here in the chat. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in. Thank you again, Aurora. Thank you, Loyal, to Loren, for being here in the chat and showing the chat so much love. And I will catch you all in the next one.